How you guys doing today? My name is LeBray Franklin. I'm the CEO of Blue Market Company. I'm here with my co-founder, Bo. And today we're going to be pulling artists out of the blue and connecting them to success. So the first thing I want to speak about is the barriers. Barriers are one of the biggest things that we have as young designers coming up. And one of the main things that we have problems with, I can say financial stability, being young and having a lot of things to endure and deal with. A second thing I can say is basically not having the tools, not having the equipment in order to come up with the ideas or submit your ideas in a professional way. The last thing that's most of all is basically being able to show your ideas and selling your ideas in a professional way. You don't want to walk up to somebody with a bag full of clothes or drive up and sell them some clothes out of your trunk. That's sketchy to me, so I ain't gonna buy that. But my main thing is being able to make sure artists consider their things professionally, so I'm gonna let Bo speak on that.
And that's why we created the Blue Market. The Blue Market works to remove many of these prohibitive barriers that have previously prevented young aspiring designers from getting their brands out there and being able to pursue the American dream. We are providing the connections to consumers that are necessary for their success. We are providing equal opportunity. We accept submissions to our curated marketplace in any format that is of accessibility to our designers. And then we curate that into a marketplace of designs that we know will be applicable to teenagers. We crowd validate our designs. There's some great aspects of that I'll touch on again later. And we also enable the production and transactions in a sustainable way that prevents a large upfront investment that's usually prohibitive as well. So the opportunity, the e-commerce business for apparel for teenagers who are our target market is a $15 billion industry. Teens, through our market, through our customer validation, we found that teens love new and unique and upcoming designers. And 80% of the people we interviewed said that they would rather support a new upcoming designer over a big store brand. They also prioritize their money towards apparel purchases. 80% of teenagers would also rather spend their money on a piece of clothing instead of spending on a piece of entertainment if they can express themselves through it. We've also have our sales and support established. Since noon today, we've actually, with one of our brands, already had 12 pre-orders, and so we've had great success with validating our brands. And our curated marketplace is much different than something you might find on Etsy or on Threadless, as it provides a concentrated marketplace of quality instead of a marketplace full of unfunded designers. So we've gone ahead and seeded our marketplace with validated designs that we're going to show you guys later. So our revenue model, we have a scaled revenue sharing with designers. We provide them the support they need, help them get to production, and they get a scaled revenue based on the number of sales we have with them. We are selling direct to consumers. We have contracted with production and fulfillment. Our costs are about $10 for a t-shirt, and our customer validated price we can sell this for is about $25. So we're supporting about a 25 to 50% margin depending on the amount we're selling. And then the crowd-validated production quantities is really cool. It's a lot like Kickstarter. We don't make it until the support is shown there. That makes it, that removes a lot of the barriers that are previously there in the apparel industry. So I want to show you guys some of the really cool designs we came up with this weekend and have actually put into production. So guys, step forward. We have Figurati and Upward, and it looks like Fashion Week has come to Portland. So outreach, we are going to take a hold of social media. Influencers in the artist communities are designers, and we have created a website that harnesses visual and connectable stories that are easily shared between peers and teenagers in our target market. Who we are, we're a very diverse group of people. We're designers, we're coders, we are business people, and we came together and made these brands. We made the Blue Market, and we have created these two brands. So the future, we want to establish our base in Portland. We want to expand outside of Portland. We want to improve our margins by getting larger quantities and better sourcing. We want to build the strength of our brand and marketplace. And to do that, we need you. We are asking you guys if you would help make the American dream of our designers come true. We have a large social impact, and that is a big part of our plan. Make the American dream of our designers come true tonight, and go ahead, and we are taking pre-orders for our designs. So thank you very much.
Nice job, guys. It's exciting. I'd like to know a little bit more about how you actually generated the pre-orders.
Yeah, so with pre-orders, we went out actually, and some of our customer validation, people were so passionate about what we were doing and the products we were selling that they really wanted to actually buy them. We were thinking, oh, we'll just make these as a figure to show you guys, but people really were passionate about young designers that they could support themselves and were willing to put their money where their mouth was really in our products.
So just to understand quickly, these two brands are your brands you've created, but you'll go out and look to give other designers an opportunity to be distributed or to be part of Blue Market.
So every month we would have 3 featured designers on the main page that would, their designs would be featured in our store and the ones that would be mainly sold. And so also each month there would be 9 designers that we had picked out of submissions that could be voted on, and the top 3 of those are the featured ones for the next month.
And so what we've done is seeded the marketplace with viable brands to kind of start building up that audience of both the artists that are interested and as well as the consumers that are coming to our site.
Just to follow on that, so did you come to this weekend with that brand already established, Figurati established?
No, my main thing was basically finding an affordable designer brand. I know there's a lot of youth that like designers, and there's big designers like Balenciaga, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, things of that nature, and you can buy a belt for $300-400. Now, instead of doing that, I thought maybe, okay, I like those things too, but I'm not gonna keep spending my paychecks that I save up for on those. So instead of doing that, I thought of something that we can make that was creative at the same time, but at the same time affordable. So what I did, I just put together, I put together some things, and we came together as a team, and we found something that went together and that basically, that not mocked foreign, but sounded foreign, looked foreign, and was foreign. So it's pretty much, it's the greatest thing in my eyes.
Yeah, this was all created this weekend.
Created the shirts this weekend.
Yep, the shirts have all been printed this weekend. Both of the 2 designer brands we created, and as well as the Blue Market. And the site that we have was built from scratch as well.
Okay, thank you.
Could you talk a little bit about the current functionality of the existing site?
Yeah, our site is fully functional. Actually, it's been built from code from scratch. We are open for taking submissions, and the pre-orders, all we have to do is connect a PayPal account to take the orders, and we're good to go.
Regarding the model of crowdsourcing, essentially, what were you inspired by?
We were really inspired by the lack of support that there is. We saw LeBray came into this weekend saying that he had struggled to get the support behind the brands that he was trying to create, and we were trying to find a way that we can create and support a brand, try to validate them before they have to incur a large upfront cost. It costs a lot to get runs of clothing made ahead of time. And so we said, well, there's Kickstarter, there's Threadless that kind of does something a little bit similar, but none of them provide the ability to validate through this kind of business model and validate through the orders in a marketplace that actually is viable for funding them.
Very fun. Love to hear from your left, what excited you about being on this team and what contribution you thought you made best.
Well, I spent a lot of time on the coding and web design, and really I ended up really enjoying just the format and just how exactly we're distributing and just visually showcasing the products and the brands. So, I don't know, I've had a really good experience with it.
I spent most of my time on web design and coding.
Can you guys say your school as well?
My name is Shamar. I go to Rosemary Anderson, and I spend my time on sales, social media, and customer validation.
I'm Ryan Premi. I'm a sophomore at Lincoln.
I'm Andrew, and I'm a freshman at Riverdale.
I'm Kobe. I'm a freshman here at Catlin, and I spent most of my time doing working on the business model and doing like graphics and things and working on marketing.
I'm Alex. I'm a junior here at Catlin, and I spent most of my time customer validating as well as logo design.
I'm Holden. I'm a junior at Catlin, and I also worked on customer validation and mainly developing these clothes and sort of the design for these clothes.
I'm LeBray Franklin. I go to Youth Progress, but I'm also part of Rosemary Anderson, which is a big help. I basically put together the clothes as far as making them and getting the process of them getting done and screen printed and things of that nature, and basically working with him as far as making the business model and basically building the brand from the bottom.
Yeah, I focus mainly on the business model, on the revenue model, the presentation, kind of incorporating the customer validation that we received into changing our business model.